weekly travel updates. I'm Melinda Fargas, and I own Action Travel, and I am going to bring you up to date with some things going on. So, it's April 10th, it's springtime, and for North Carolina weather, we've got it. It was 62 today, frost warning tonight. I got to go bring those plants in, the ones I just bought. Good thing I didn't have time to put those tomato plants in the ground yet. Yep, they're going in the garage tonight. But it's okay because tomorrow it's going to be 68. And then it's not going to rain the whole rest of the week. So, yay. We like the sunshine. It never snowed this year, though. So we are a little concerned about the bugs. Because usually, my granddaddy used to say, one really good snow a year will kill all those suckers. All right. Well, we have 70 days. 70 days until summertime. Okay, reverse engineer that, guys. How many miles do I need to walk each week? So how many miles do I need to walk each day so that I'm then ready for bathing suit weather? I love it. I love it. I just love to be out the water, out by the pool, anywhere. All right, so I told you guys there are lots of updates, things we're going to do differently in 23. And the FBI came out today and placed a warning and said, airports, lots of different venues where you may not think about charging your phone. Think about it, because we're getting hacked. Not me. I don't charge my son gave me a quick charger because he was tired of my phone always being dead. So that's what I got for Christmas. Anyway, be careful because they are hacking into our phones through charging stations. Charging stations at the airport was the number one place. Just thought it'd be something that you think about. And another place that we need to make a big change is on our luggage tags. For years, when we sell travel insurance, I say, in place of putting your home address, because the world doesn't need to know your home address, just place this barcode, and then it can be scanned, and then they will know where you're going to be. But if you don't do that travel insurance, because we still sell that travel insurance, but if you don't do travel insurance, or if you feel like I still want something, then put the address where you are headed, the address of your first hotel, the address of your cruise ship. If you don't know that, ask your travel agent. If your travel agent doesn't know, then call this travel agent, 336-222-TRIP. Okay, just kidding. Anyway, longer gone are the days of the airlines or anyone needing to know your physical address anymore. There are too many scams out there. I read all of the articles of, hacks and things going on. They're just going down a line of luggage and making pictures. They know that you're on vacation. You're leaving on a plane. So don't do that. The airlines, everybody who needs to know your email and a cell phone number is more than sufficient to find you and get your luggage to you. Okay, so that was one thing that I really found strangely different. We had 24% increase and I wrote it was in 2022. No, 22 was more. In 2021, we had a 24% increase in lost, damaged, stolen, or delayed luggage. I know that I've shown pictures here of, the overflowing rooms of unclaimed luggage. So my first thought is to remind you, always make a picture of your checked luggage. Whatever you're checking in, make a picture. Just to avoid or to make anybody who might have a opportunity to go through your luggage just to make it one step harder, Mom has this green and red and tan luggage strap that goes around the middle of your luggage. Now you're seeing those a whole lot more. They come in all different colors now. This is one she's been using for, I know, 25 years, but it's one more deterrent. You know, if you see a bag that has a luggage strap or a bag that doesn't, and you want to peek inside, which one is easier to peek in? The one that doesn't have the luggage strap. So might be something that you add on your next trip. It's always, I always say, you know, put something brightly colored on the outside of your luggage because it's a sea of black luggage mostly. But you want something identifying it because there are lots of times where luggage looks the same. Somebody's in a hurry. They say, oh, that's my bag. They grab it and off they go. And it wasn't their bag. It just looked like their bag. So just a few things that we ought to think about differently this year. You know, with all that lost luggage, a lot of people are opting to travel lighter or travel differently, travel with a backpack. You know, when we travel, I put shoes, boots. If Trey was carrying tennis shoes, you know, dress shoes, tennis shoes, all go in the backpack. Those aren't normally weighed, and your shoes are normally the heaviest part of your wardrobe. So we would put those there. Now with the packing cubes, and boy, does that make things simple when you travel to have either by day, here are the clothes I'm going to wear. Day one, it's a packing cube. Or here's all my shirts. Here's another packing cube with all my slacks or shorts or a combination of the two. Another one for socks and underwear. It makes it easy. It makes it more efficient. And a lot of people are finding they can go with the 22-inch rollerboard with packing cubes and a backpack and travel, at least for these warm weather destinations, and have not a problem. And you don't have to worry about lost luggage. Anyway, sounds awesome to me. I'm not sure if I could do it. I can do it if we're going to the beach, but I'm not sure about longer trips. I will have to pack and repack. I am working on a video about packing because there have been so many new ways to get things done. So there we go. All right. Now, I told you about that. Boy, I went through all of that with just my mind. Another thing that is becoming increasingly popular are the luggage tags. And if luggage tags are too expensive, you can buy dog tags. It's the same technology. You attach that tag to your smartphone, and then you know where it is. You know whether it made it on your plane. You know, you could trace it. That's the purpose of it. And of all the reviews that I read, and I didn't check the price, but the one was listed on Amazon, Travelabo, Travel, Travelambo, Travelambo, and they're smart tags. It's not a bad idea. The smarter idea is not packing anything that you cannot live without. Like I was telling a friend, she came by and picked up documents for Alaska next week. And I said, okay, have you called your credit card company to let them know that you'll have out-of-state charges? She said, well, I've already paid for my cruise. I said, I know, but you know, they're going to ask you for a credit card for incidentals. And my credit card is with Truist, which is a North Carolina bank. And I tried to use it when I was in Florida and called, and they said, oh, no, you need to let us know when you're out of state. So she said, well, I'm glad you thought about that. So that and your cell phone. She said, well, I'm going to Alaska. It's the United States. This is true, but there are areas that you may be bouncing off towers in Canada, like specifically for Skagway. That's where the White Pass Railroad is. And I would imagine that the Canadian side towers would be stronger. They're higher up. I bet that you'd bounce off those. So what does it hurt to let your card company and your cell phone company know that you're going to be out of the state, or wherever you're traveling? Let them know in advance. It is a real hassle to get somewhere and your debit card not work, all because you're out of state. Okay, I wanted to tell you a shocking piece of information. I had a client who said, "Oh, I want this Carnival cruise. I've looked at it online and we've been looking at it for a year." And when I gave him the price, and it was like $1,200 a couple. Oh, it was not $1,200 a person for a balcony room for 7 nights. They said, "God, that's really gone up." And I said, "You're right, it has." Do you know that we were able to put them on Celebrity, which was a much better cruise, more inclusions, and less money? Is that a shocker? Yeah. Carnival is slowly increasing. They were voted the most popular cruise line in the United States. So with that popularity, a lot of people perceive that as being the best value. And when they do that, they kind of assume. And so I guess that's why now is the time to make those moves. Just another reason why it's great to have a travel agent in your back pocket, somebody who will check out those deals for you. They have no kids, so it was really a better deal all around to be able to go on a much more adult style cruise, have your food and beverages included, and instead of it being a Bahamian port and Western Caribbean, it was San Juan, St. Martin, St. Thomas, and a Bahamian port. So anyway, one more thing. It is that time of year that we're getting the April showers bring May flowers. We're getting lots of storms. We're getting lots of ships that are suffering or are having to change their itineraries. One, for instance, out of Galveston this past week, it was supposed to be 4 ports of call. They called on one, and they couldn't call on any other ports. See, these big, massive ships, 5 football fields long, 8 football fields long. Think about it in that size. They're like a massive sail when wind catches them. And so the bigger they are, the easier it is for the wind to move them. And it's just not safe. So I'm sure that there are some very disappointed families who were on their spring break cruise and they got 1 port and 6 days at sea. It's not the cruise line's fault. There wasn't any money or, there weren't any perks provided because it's beyond the control of the cruise line. That happened to be a Royal Caribbean ship, but it's happening right and left. It's happening frequently. And even in the Atlantic, they're saying that there are very high winds. If you watch my friend Tony from La Lila Loca, he's on a transatlantic sailing this week. And I heard high winds across the Atlantic, and I'm thinking, okay, buddy, I'll pray for you because I have never done a transatlantic sailing. And, with dozens and dozens of cruises behind my belt, there is something about being in the middle of an ocean with the unknown. I definitely didn't want to do it when I lived in California because the Pacific I would never go across, but even the Atlantic, I'm not sure. Tell me what your thoughts are. Well, I wanted to share with you some information about where you find your luggage when things go awry. there's a very explicit areas that you go to based on when you lose your luggage and where you lose it at. If that's of interest to you, I put together a little PDF and I want to send it to you. Now, this is really to see who will watch my YouTube to the end. Or you could be watching on LinkedIn, or you could be watching on Facebook, but I want to see who watches to the end. And if you want that PDF of where do I report my lost, stolen, damaged, or just bags that disappeared, send me an email. It is Melinda, MELINDA, at actiontravelinc.com. Or you could message me. Either one works. Send me your email and I'll send you this PDF. I put it together even with pictures. All right, guys. I hope you have a great week. Hope you had a blessed Easter and that you were able to spend some time with your family. We did. We had a nice Easter, and then we just chilled last night. So have a great week. I hope you have a great week, and I will catch you soon. Ciao.